Okay, market heroes, here we go. Again, we typically talk about equity indexes when we do these setups, right? And typically the S&P 500. But now we're getting data from other exchanges like the CME that are providing us data not just for the S&P 500, but now something like gold. So we have found something in gold that I think is very, very interesting to discuss. So I call it the gold's day setup. So obviously, kind of like the other ones, while breaking down gold returns by day of the week, there seems to be certain days that are better than others, right? And obviously, if we knew which day it was or were, we could profit from it. And the good news for you is we finally have the data from other exchanges, so we're not just getting S&P 500 data. Now we're getting more data, in this case, gold. So this study from in gold, so specifically GLD. Now, gold, the price of gold is actually determined from gold futures. The equity for gold futures is GLD, and that's an ETF that now trades 24/5 also. So from 2000 to the beginning of 2018, so almost 20 years of data. And basically what we've done is we looked at gold performance broken down by day. So very much similar to what we're talking about, but now we're really diversifying here where we're not just talking about S&P 500, we're talking about gold. So as you can see here, we're looking at gold returns. Again, gold has gone up about 4.5-fold plus over that time frame, okay? So we're seeing gold in the yellow line, obviously, and then we're seeing it broken down by specific day of the week. So we're looking at Friday, which is in blue, Monday, which is in gray, Tuesday, which is in red, Wednesday, which is in green, and Thursday, which is in blue. So obviously, looking at this chart, Friday does not outperform gold, but what it looks like happens on Friday is we get a lot of the gains, like 80, 85, 90% of the gains, with a drastically less amount of drawdowns, if you will. So I'll repeat it here, right? So it's clear that getting long gold, right, and obviously we'll talk about this here on the next slide, but getting long gold on Friday only would have gotten us about 85% of the profits, and obviously way less of the drawdowns. The biggest drawdown on Friday specifically was only a couple percentage points, but if we look at the overall gold market, much, much bigger, okay? Much, much bigger. And here is it broken down specifically by day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday combined in gold are a complete wash, as we can see. A complete wash. However, over that time per year, again from 2000 to the beginning of 2018, gold gained about 8.8%. But it looks like about 7.8% of that, again, 85, 90% of that came on Fridays alone. So I'll kind of scroll back here. So again, we didn't get all the returns on that day, but we got about 85% of the way there with significantly less drawdowns in terms of the size. And again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday combined in gold from 2000 to the beginning of 2018, very much a wash. And Friday is obviously the big day. That's what we call gold's day. So what can we do? So every Thursday before the market closes, one of the things we can do is obviously, or excuse me, every Thursday before the market closes, we want to get long exposure to GLD, the gold ETF. And obviously, there's a bunch of things we can do. We can go ahead and specifically buy GLD's stock if our account's large enough, and that's what we want to go ahead and do. We can go ahead and utilize options trades. Like, for example, we can sell at the money put spreads would be my recommendation for how to go about executing this setup. Or if you're someone who wants to get a little bit nasty, if you will, what you can go ahead and do is you can go ahead and buy gold futures. And the symbol for that is /GC. So this is kind of a quick one, but obviously is a very, very, very impactful one. Where again, usually we used to talk about just S&P 500, but now we're getting into other symbols. So again, GLD, the gold's day setup. That is that about 85 to 90% of all gains in the gold market over the last 18 years have come on Friday, and obviously way less of the drawdowns. And as you can see here, Monday through Thursday, not so much. So if you want to get the gains on Friday, what we want to do is we want to get long exposure to GLD Thursday before the market closes. So the market closes at 4 p.m. Eastern time. We want to get long exposure right around then. And the three ways we're going to do that is, number one, we can go ahead and just buy GLD. That's the gold ETF. Number two, we can go ahead and buy gold futures. That's /GC. Obviously, you need a much larger account to do that. And then the third thing we're going to do is options trades. And obviously with that, the options trades that I would recommend, or the only one I would recommend for this, is an at-the-money put spread. We want to sell an at-the-money put spread. So again, that's the gold today setup. Clearly the numbers support what we're doing here and some of the benefits. So again, Friday is the day. We want to get long exposure at the end of the day on Thursday, and then we want to hold until the end of the day on Friday, and we want to get out of our positions before the market closes on Friday, because as we saw, Monday, not so good of a day. So go ahead and use this, guys, market heroes. I'm definitely going to be using this. I'll see you guys on the next video.